How are you all doing? My name is Donnie Scott. Many of you might know me as Donnie Goins, an emerging hip-hop artist from New York. But in this situation, my name is Donnie Scott. I want to talk about something that really affects me and has really caused me a lot of grief and a lot of situation and a lot of depression and things of that nature. In March of 2010, my mother, Donna Lopez Adams, was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I didn't share this with the public. Like I didn't put it on Twitter. I didn't say anything. I basically suffered in silence. And a lot of people during that time didn't know what was going on with me because I didn't speak about it. I basically suffered in silence, and I really became depressed, and I wasn't eating. I felt very withdrawn from people, and at the time, music was kind of like the last thing on my mind. I wasn't really focused on creating a new album or, you know, doing shows or being seen in the public. And I stayed in my room. I think when I first found out, I stood in my room for about 4 days without eating, and I lost like 10 pounds. Cancer is a very serious situation, you know, like I didn't understand the severity of it until it hit home. And when my mother told me, I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was almost in disbelief. I didn't really understand like what she was saying at the time. And she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And when I kind of was able to wrap my mind around it, and I talked to several different people about it, you know, they explained to me, you know, more in detail what cancer is and what the disease does to your body and how it affects you. I never really talked to my mother in regards to, you know, what she was going through. I just always was calling her and just trying to support her and be there for her. And it really was something that it messed my head up. I'm not even gonna lie. It really put me in a position where it's like for a long time I couldn't do anything. And then I'd say after she started taking the radiation treatments and she started going to chemotherapy and everything else, I became inspired again. I became inspired again to write music. And that's where Success Serve Cold actually came from. That's how the whole process started. You know, it became from me suffering and grieving alone and trying to focus my energy on positive things such as working out and losing weight and building a strong relationship with my mother and my family, to becoming stronger and actually developing a sense of, I want to say, humanity that I thought I lost for a long time. And, you know, Success Serve Cold is a very important project to me for many reasons, but I will say this: music helped me survive the situation. Although I didn't suffer from cancer, I might as well have. You know, it's something that I think many people suffer, children, adults, many people die, many people don't survive. My mother is one of the fortunate ones. She didn't have to have her breast removed. They just removed the cancerous part, and you know, these days she's doing very well, and I'm very glad to say that she is a cancer survivor, and I'm proud of her for being the person that she is, and she was a very strong woman throughout the entire process, and I never once like saw weakness in her. She fought it and she won, and that's why I'm here today, because I right now feel like I need to speak upon these things, and I need to represent for people like her, for people like Rob Stone, for people like that have died from this disease, for the Children's Cancer Association, for My Music Remedy, Um, Many people are affected, not just the cancer patients, but the families, the healthcare workers, the people. It's just a sad situation. So, with all that being said, Donnie Scott Goins, vow to bring as much awareness as I can to this association, to this cause, and I'm asking anyone who's watching this video, to donate whatever you can, whether it's time, money, or anything, or if you have somebody in your family that's suffering from cancer, be there for them, support them, understand that it's a disease that really it ravages families, and it destroys families, and it really is a sad scenario. And the last thing I want to say is MyMusicRX.org. If you go to that site and you buy a record through that site from iTunes, you will donate up to 5% to this cause. And it might not seem like a lot, like whatever the number is, whatever the percentage is, but it all adds up. So as a human being, I'm asking you all to donate, to spread the word, and that's my story. Johnny Scott. My mother, I love you. Rob Stone, Andy, Fader, thank you for introducing me to this organization, and to the Children's Cancer Association and their affiliates. I praise you, and I really think that you guys are doing a wonderful job, and I am here to help you in any way I can. So that's pretty much it.